Yes, a recent study is finding a large percentage of Americans are losing sleep. It's being called coronasomnia, and there's concerns it could have a profound impact on our health. Joining us to talk about sleep and how surgery could actually be an option for some is Dr. Michael Awad. He is the Chief of Sleep Surgery at Northwestern Medicine. Good morning to you, Dr. Awad.
Good morning, Sylvia. Nice to be here with you.
Nice to have you. So curious about sleep surgery, but before we get into that, I want to talk to you about why you think so many people are having trouble sleeping right now.
Well, it's interesting, Sylvia. We're actually seeing folks falling into two different camps. So obviously there's a lot of stress and anxiety with new stressors, new issues happening all around us during this pandemic. And so for folks who are what we say financially secure, who have housing security, have health security, of course, those tend to be a smaller percentage of the population. We're actually seeing some folks who are sleeping a little bit better during the pandemic. And then we're seeing the other camp of folks, and it's falling into both of these categories where a lot of people are losing sleep. They're having difficulty with falling asleep, staying asleep, waking up multiple times per night. And we're also hearing reports that people are experiencing a much higher proportion of dreaming during this pandemic as well.
Yeah, we actually have, that's so funny you should bring that up, because I had that conversation with people about how a lot of us are having more vivid dreams when before this, maybe we really couldn't even remember what we dreamt about the night before. So what's up with that?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. It's one I've been posed a lot. And we think that there's two real mechanisms for this. The first is that for those folks who are actually getting a little bit more sleep, and by the way, about 60% of the American population is sleep deprived, are getting under that recommended 8 hours of sleep that we should be getting on average. So for folks who are getting a little bit more sleep, they're getting that extra hour in the morning. That's typically when we're accomplishing deeper sleep, what's known as REM or dream sleep. And so we've actually been just cutting our sleep short this whole time and missing out on that vital dream sleep that we're supposed to be getting every night.
Oh, very
Now, on the other
interesting.
hand, yeah. And now on the other hand, we are finding that obviously folks who are dealing with more anxieties, more stressors, are waking up more frequently. And when we wake up in close association with our dreams, that's when we tend to remember them a little bit more.
Okay, so two more questions left for you. The first one is, what tips do you have for all of us so we can get better sleep?
Absolutely. So keeping a set regular bedtime and wake time is critical, especially during these periods where we tend to be working late into the night. We have this lack of balance between our day-to-day lives and our work lives. There's no longer that, that separation from going to work and coming home for a lot of us. So it's important to put those, screens away, put your laptop away about an hour before you go to bed at least. Because these devices emit blue light, which is one of the most stimulating forms of light or wavelengths of light for our internal body clock. It will actually keep us awake and disrupt us many hours later.
Right.
So that's one key. The other thing that can be helpful is getting light early in the morning.
Get early morning light. I like that idea. Finally, you're a sleep surgeon. I don't know that I've ever heard of that. And what exactly is that? And when does someone need to decide that they should seek help from a sleep surgeon?
So for this condition called sleep apnea, which can be associated with snoring or disruptions in breathing during sleep, people are typically treated with a mask or other medical treatment. If they failed that kind of treatment or are having trouble adhering to that sort of treatment, a sleep surgeon like myself can offer some alternative options that can help to improve their quality of life and ultimately their overall health.
Okay, so you got to go through all the other stuff first before you seek the help from the sleep surgeon, but you gave us some great advice this morning. So nice to meet you, and we appreciate you giving us your time.
Sylvia, pleasure to meet you too.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
Here's to good sleep for all of us. Have a great